clock says 8. Don't be late. Time to meander again. Come and gather round. Help me check this sound. Time to meander again. Meander, la 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 la. Meander, la 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 la. As we call your name, we're so glad you came. Time to meander again. We hope to bring you cheer. You are welcome here. Time to meander again. Meander, fa la 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 la. 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 All right, all right, all right. Let's say hi to everybody and Merry Christmas. This is Tommy Oaks. He's going to bring us into the party tonight.
Okay, how was that sound check? Can we take the sign down, do you think?
I think we can.
Did
Go
you
ahead,
get
take
that?
it down. I'll
Okay,
check, see how
here
it
goes the sound check sign
Russ
down.
says sounds great.
All right.
Harvey says sounds great.
Okay.
Dee says sounds great.
Everybody got your hot
Yeah.
chocolate? Here, let me
got
take
mine.
a little sip here.
Gina's here.
Oh, that is good.
Oh,
That is good. Good to have you. Good to have all of you here. I heard one of my favorite little Christmas stories. There's so many Christmas pageant stories out there. How many have ever been in a Christmas pageant? How many have ever been a wise man? Okay. How many? Well, as you are putting your comments on the sidebar here, just put the role you have played. All right. Can you put your credits out there? I am interested. How many have ever played Mary? And how many ever played Joseph? And it's interesting how many ever got to play the baby Jesus. So if you got one of those in there, let us be made aware of it here tonight, okay? But one of my favorite pageant stories is there was this one little boy who was playing the innkeeper, and he had a lot of trouble sending Joseph and Mary away. His line was always, "We have no room." And he had to say it in a booming voice, "We have no room, we have no room." And he would point for Joseph and Mary to leave. And they had to work with him because he hated sending Joseph and Mary away. Well, finally came the big moment, the night of the big pageant, and he broke down because when it came his time, here's what he did. Joseph and Mary came up to the door of the innkeeper. They knocked on the door. He opened the door. Joseph made his request, and the little innkeeper said in the big booming voice, "We have no room." And Joseph and Mary started walking away, and he broke down and he said, "But come in and have some milk and cookies anyway." Now, we can't be together, but just come in and have some hot chocolate anyway, all right? Let's pause for a sip of hot chocolate. I just about burnt my tongue. That is good. Hot chocolate. And I hope everybody out there is enjoying. When you call the roll, see if you got any rolls that anybody ever are playing. And look at there. Martha says there's a Heaton Christian Church group of 10 people. Well, welcome, Heatonites. It's glad to have all of you up there. Do y'all have your hot chocolate up there? I hope you do. But you're all welcome. So John Thomas, wait. Before you do, I want to say this. One of my fantasies of life has always been able to have these major holidays with friends as well as family. But, that's hard to do because you're way up there and we're way down here. And we know that you have needs to be with your family. You ought to be with your family if you can be. That's very understandable. But I told the family this fall, I said, I want to try to figure out a way to celebrate 3 holidays with Christian friends. And the holidays are Christmas, first Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then Easter. I'd love to celebrate those with dear Christian friends. So you know what we decided to do? Let me tell you what we decided to do. We're going to celebrate all 3 of those, Lord willing, this fall in the fall retreat up at Bluefield. So I'm giving you a preview for that. If you'd ever like to be with everybody, this will be a great chance. It's Camp Christian up in Bluefield, Virginia. Or is it West Virginia? West Virginia. Yeah, up there with the Harveys and the Carpenters and a lot of people that you know. We all came in there this fall and had a great retreat, and it's a good place to have a retreat. So next year, Lord willing, it'll be about the last weekend in September. we'll be letting you know so you can get ready now. But we're going to have a Thanksgiving night, we're going to have a Christmas Day, and we're going to celebrate the resurrection, have an Easter celebration too, all in one retreat with our Christian friends. But John Thomas, come and call the roll now, all right?
All right, let's see who we got here. We got Nancy and Ronnie and Honey in Arrington. Merry Christmas, y'all. Sue and Audrey up in Bristol and Bluff City. Jeff and Karen Lane from in Illinois. Sherry out in I just forgot the state. Missouri. I can't believe it. And Chance from Missouri as well. But he can't be here tonight. What'd you say, Tommy?
Look what people played on the side there.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that great? Yeah. All the different roles. Yeah. So Chance said he couldn't make it, but he's going to watch the rerun. Russ and Jessica are here from Georgia. Welcome, Scott, from, I'm not sure where Scott's from, so maybe you can let us know where you're from, Scott. Dee Dee is from Wisconsin. Cheryl is here from South Carolina. Molly, Donna, and Mason from Indiana. Cynthia Smith up in Ohio. Terry and Mandy Hodge are here with us tonight. The Cates are here from just down the road in Rockwood, Tennessee. Let's pray for them. They've been sick this week, so hope they get better. Martha Garris is here with us from up in Banner Elk, North Carolina. The Maupins are here, Paula and Bobby from out in Missouri as well. And Jeff Lane from Illinois.
Julie Bearclough.
Julie Bearclough is here with us from up in Lexington. And I think I got everybody. I said Russ and Jessica down in Georgia, so we're good to go. All right. Oh, it's Scott and Trina. It's from Vincennes.
Oh, okay.
That's who's here. And we got some people coming in into the chat room just to make trouble tonight, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. I apologize for some of the earlier comments that popped up, and we'll see if we can keep that under control while I do this Christmas song for you guys. Oh, the Edwards just came in too from Bedford, Indiana. So this is a song Tommy and I wrote last Christmas. And some of you may have heard it, some of you may have not. I haven't done it on the show yet, so I hope you enjoy it. It goes like this. Just listen to those winter winds. They're saying we could meet our friends for sledding, skis, a snowball fight. That's something we could do tonight. Or we could simply stay right here. We've seen our friends enough this year. Let's pull the blinds and lock the door and listen to that fireplace roar. Every cloud in the sky is snowing. Every log on the fire is glowing. Your hands are cold and your cheeks are rosy. Wouldn't you like to get comfy, cozy? The music's mellow and the crooner's crooning. Sounds like a melody made for spooning. Before our opportunity goes, we better make time for comfy, cozy. Since there's no one here but you and me, may I suggest whatever you're suggesting? I'll agree. Every touch of your hand is thrilling. Every beat of my heart is willing. The scene is set, so I propose we snuggle up tight and comfy, cozy. Since there's no one here but me and you, I'm thinking that the things I'm thinking you are thinking too. The mood is right and our hearts are fluttered. The door is locked and the window shuttered. Ain't no neighbors gonna get nosy. Why don't we There it is.
All right. Well, cuddle up there now. Get comfy, cozy, and are you still enjoying your chocolate? I got one more little smidgen in the bottom there. And that's it for my chocolate. And I hope you're enjoying your chocolate. It's good to be with everybody. Hope you had a great day today. Hope you had a fun day. Hope you had a meaningful day. And I hope you acknowledge that the thing that makes the day is whether or not you and I had a great day or not. God has sent his son into our world. So there's every reason to be cheerful. There's every reason to be happy. There's every reason to laugh. And so we hope to give you a little smile or two now. We want to just tell a few Christmas knock-knock jokes from our other special that we had on community television here in Knoxville. So get ready here. Let's go, John Thomas.
Okay.
We're going to do some Christmas knock-knocks.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to adjust the volume.
Okay,
here.
we're trying to
Apparently
get the
some people
volume
are
right.
Having
Okay.
trouble hearing.
Here we
so-
go. Here we go. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Donut.
Donut who?
Donut open until Christmas.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Claus.
Claus who?
Claus, I can't wait any longer.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Partridge. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That was wrong. Let's start
Try
that
that one
again.
again.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Set.
Yes.
And here I go right now. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hannah.
Hannah who?
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Dexter.
Dexter who?
Dexter halls with boughs of holly.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Pudding.
Pudding who?
Putting my best foot forward.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ya.
Yahoo!
Y'all can see you're getting excited.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Honda.
Honda who?
On the first day of Christmas, my true love brought to me.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's knock, knock?
Start
Knock,
all over
knock.
again. Who's there?
Holly.
Holly who?
Holly up and help me decorate.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Tank.
Tank who?
Thank you for all the presents.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
Olive the other reindeer.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ho, ho.
Ho, ho, who?
I guess I better work on my Santa impression a little bit.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Freeze.
Freeze who?
Freeze, a jolly good fellow.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Heaven.
Heaven who?
Haven't you heard enough?
Yes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ammonia.
Ammonia who?
Ammonia trying to be funny.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Frankfurter.
Frankfurter who?
Frankfurter Christmas. Knock, knock jokes.
Do one more.
One more, okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Murray.
Merry who?
Merry Christmas to all
and to all a good night. Okay, thank you very much, John Thomas, and I hope everybody enjoyed our knock-knock jokes. Now, we told folks last week, some of you gotten this in the mail, and I hope you're enjoying it, but this December, we released a brand new book with a brand new Christmas character called Mary Ann Bright. We've written 12 stories about this lady, and we like it, and we like her, and we thought we would share one version of a reading of that story with you tonight. If you haven't seen it yet, we want to introduce you to our new Christmas character. John Thomas, you got that ready?
I do.
Hope everybody enjoys hearing this story of this Mary Ann Bright day.
Okay.
A Mary Ann Bright Day. Written by John Thomas Oakes and Tommy Oakes. Illustrated by Allie Daigle. It was not a very merry and bright day in Anyville, California. The sun was shining, the grass was green, The orange and palm trees were swaying, but it wasn't Mary and Bright. Mary Ann Bright found out why that morning. As she rode through town on her red motorcycle, she saw a traffic cop.
Stop!
He yelled, so Mary Ann stopped and watched a car go by.
Hello there, traffic cop.
Hello, Mary Ann.
Why are you so glum?
Everybody's glum today. The mayor, the citizens, the storekeepers, they've all been grumpy.
Why?
It's December the 24th, Christmas Eve, and there's no snow.
It never snows here. This is California.
I know, but I always dream of a white Christmas.
Well, I'm going up north. Maybe I'll find some there and bring it back.
Traffic cop laughed.
Very funny, Mary Ann Bright.
Merry Christmas, traffic cop.
Merry Christmas, Mary Ann.
Mary Ann drove north. About a mile outside of town was her favorite gas station. She looked at her gauge. It was almost empty.
Better stop.
She thought, and pulled in beside a pump. At the next pump sat a huge truck with a strange machine loaded on the back.
Hi there.
Said Mary Ann to the driver.
Hi there.
He said back.
What manner of machine is that?
A snow machine. I'm on my way to the dump to unload all the extra snow mix.
Why do you have extra?
The Christmas parade north of here was small and short. They let me go early.
Just then, Mary Ann Bright got one of her ideas. The two of them had a secret conversation. The driver laughed out loud several times. Mary Ann filled up his tank and hers, bought him a hot chocolate, and told him to give her a 15-minute head start. Then she turned around and drove back to Anyville. Traffic cop was standing at his post on the corner, glum and gloomy like everyone else in town. He heard the beep beep of a horn. He looked up and there was Mary Ann Bright again.
I thought you were driving north, Mary Ann.
I was, but I changed my mind.
Why?
You'll see.
Then Mary Ann shouted cheerfully.
Go get everybody.
Everybody?
Yes, the mayor, the citizens, the storekeepers. Tell everyone to come out on the sidewalks. I'll help.
Traffic cop needed no convincing. He knew Mary Ann Bright well. So Mary Ann walked up one side of the street and traffic cop walked up the other. They were both shouting.
Come outside!
Come outside!
Come outside!
Everyone heard the commotion and came out to see what was happening. When the sidewalks were full, Mary Ann jumped on her motorcycle and roared up the street, playing jingle bells on her horn. On her signal, a much bigger and louder horn sounded from the north end of town. Everyone looked. Coming down the street was a dream come true. The truck rolled slowly right down Main Street. The machine on the truck bed was blowing snow to the right, to the left, to the front, and to the back. Suddenly, it was a white Christmas, just like the ones everyone used to know. The gloomy glumness was gone. People started throwing snowballs, building snowmen, and making snow angels on the street. At the southern city limits, Mary Ann shook hands with the truck driver.
You've given us a Merry Christmas, truck driver.
You given me one too.
See you next year?
I hope so.
Anyville had never seen such a wonderful, merry, and bright and snowy Christmas Eve. The end. Well, friends, we hope you enjoyed our little Christmas story there that we put together. And like I said, we have 12 of them, and we hope to be able to get them all out someday. So there you go. You know, I want to bring Minnie Mom up here beside me. One of the things about Christmas, I think, is it's so sneaky. is so sneaky. It has a way of just sneaking up on you in so many different ways. I mean, to begin with, it's a little bit sneaky, right? Here's the King of Glory, Ancient of Days. Here is God Himself becoming a man. And where does it happen? Down there, placing that baby in a manger, in a barn or a cave. No room in the inn. That's a sneaky thing. I heard one fellow say one time, if the Lord will show up in a manger, there's no telling where He'll show up. And that's one thing that's been proved in the life of Patricia, because the Lord has shown up for her in many, many wonderful places. Among them have been shopping stories. The Kmart, we kind of hate to see Kmart go, because the Lord has just showed up with Minnie Mom so many times in the Kmart. Well, here I want to ask her to share one of our family's favorite Christmas stories where the Lord showed up in a grocery store. So share that with us, Preachy.
Hey, everybody. It was maybe a couple of weeks before Christmas, and I was in the grocery store, and I got in line behind a woman with a baby and a little boy about 3 years old. And for some strange reason, the computer wasn't working. Imagine that. Anyway, the baby was screaming. I mean, over and over at the top of her lungs. And the computer wasn't working, and the man was working with it. The mother was frustrated with the baby, and the little boy, who was 3 years old, was jumping from one leg to the other, yelling at the man, "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas." And he kept doing it, and he kept doing it. And finally, the mother looked down at him and hissed, "Hush, Christian." I stood there for a minute, and first of all, I thought Christian had the right name, because he had the right idea about Christmas. And after they got everything straightened out and they started to leave, I wished Christian a Merry Christmas. Then I paid for my groceries, and I went out into the parking lot in that cold December night. And I wanted to look at everybody I passed and say, "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas," but I didn't. The second thing I thought was, when the world hisses, "Hush, Christian," a lot of times we hush. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Minnie Mom, for sharing that story. All right. Well, Merry Christmas. Everybody say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We're really glad to be able to share a little time with you tonight. It was back in the 70s, one of my favorite little stories. A little boy whose name was Richard, as my memory works. It seems like his last name was Ballinger. I think he lived in Anderson, South Carolina, and he was 7 years old. And if you want these details verified, I can look them up for you. I know where I found the story. But when Richard was 7 years old, Christmas Eve was on a Saturday. Christmas Day was going to be Sunday. And on that Saturday, Christmas Eve, Richard's mom was just really busy. She was wrapping presents, and she was cooking goodies and getting all the preparations ready for Christmas. And she turned to Richard, who was watching her, and she said, "Richard, I am just so busy. I need you to help me. Would you go get my shoes that I'm going to wear for church in the morning, and would you polish them for me?" And Richard said, "Okay, Mom." So Richard went and got his mom's shoes and sat down and just worked and worked and worked and polished up those shoes. Well, his mom was so happy with the job that he had done that she went to her purse and got a bright, shiny quarter and gave it to Richard for polishing her shoes. The next morning, she got up to go to church. She put her clothes on and she went down, started putting her shoes on, but when she slipped her foot into her shoe, she felt something in her, a lump inside that shoe. So she took her foot out and picked the shoe up and reached in there and pulled out a piece of paper. Wrapped up in that paper was that quarter, and scrawled on that piece of paper was a little note from Richard that said, "I done it for love." Listen, friends, This whole holiday was done for love. And you can say this with me, can't you? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. It was done for love, wasn't it? It was done for love. So God loves you. We love you. It's good to have spent a little bit of time with you. We hope you have a wonderful evening. It's time for us to stop now. But nothing's over. As you very well know, God's people never say goodbye for the last time, and there's always going to be a next time. Now, even though next Monday is New Year's Day, we're going to kick right back in with the Meanders, and we'll be here, Lord willing, next Monday night. Until then, just join us in singing this little song about our next meeting.
We've had a great time here, but it went by so fast. Just like always, we wish we could stay. The next time we meet, it'll be just as sweet. So we've come to the moment we say, fare thee well, friend, thanks for coming. Look at the time, where does it go? Catch you later in the new year. You may not know it, but you've helped us to grow. May you stay on the road to that fair happy land, and may God keep you safe in the palm of his hand. Fare thee well, friend, till the next time. We'll be sad as we walk out that door. See you next year.